Skadoosh. Hello, hello. Testes, testes, 1, 2. You see how quickly I load into the session, that's good. First things first, before we get any further, let's do that now, while I remember. Let's get this stream going as I close Steam, because it's annoying me, the pop-ups. Well, that's ominous, how it's, stuck on 0000. I think I'm just going to do the intro. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Fair Play Racing League. There we go. And here we are on a Monday night. Once again, we're doing a sprint social race, a sprint format. That is, of course, the new sprint format. We'll get into that in a minute. At Monza, the Temple of Speed. So, as I mentioned earlier, we've got the sprint format tonight. The whole new sprint format, which is effectively, we have a sprint qualifying. Of course, we are only doing short qualifying, so we won't have 3 sessions. And bear with me while I invite Rare. Oh my god. Invite to game. There we go. Yes, so we have the sprint format. So we have a sprint qualifying session, and that is a 12-minute session. And as you can see, a lot of drivers opting for the mediums. Following this sprint qualifying, there will be a sprint race. And that is the same format as it is, apart from the results, not setting the grid for the feature race, which actually will have its own qualifying session. So we're going to be racing soon enough, as we'll take a notice of on the screen. You can notice that actually I was looking for a red car, and it wasn't a Haas on the mini-map. So there you go, the Haas is now back to their white. But we are looking at a man in red, and that is Dushi. Dushi is the first man on a flyer round this track in Italy, and nice and cleanly through turns 1 and 2. Now through Curb Grande, keeping nice and tight to the right hand side, slows down for third gear there for the second chicane, and out into sector 2 through the Lesmos. One missing the apex there, but gets it slowed down for the second. And now the DRS down this back straight. Maybe nearly had a little bit of a toe off the RB driver there, but braking into Ascari then. It's a left, right, left as Douche finds the grip and is able to come out unscathed. Now heading down towards the last corner, Parabolica braking just after the 50 board. Get on the power as soon as possible. Douche choosing to come back in tight towards the exit, and across the line he comes, a 120.2, and that is set the benchmark for the rest of these drivers. We've got an Aston Martin coming over the line now, and that was Shaggy doing a 20.6. That's the last time I tried to guess who is coming out of the pits when. as I'm going to have to invite Rare Winter again, which isn't fun. So let's do that quickly. We should be at the top. Yes, he is. Invite to game. Right, and what else we have? We've had Steele go on top with a 1:19.1. Behind him, Junuvain half a second back, near enough, with a 1:19.6. Cruiser sets a 1:19.9, and that has put Diamond Douche down into P4 for the moment. Crossbury not setting a great lap time with a 1:20.5. I'm sure he will want to do better than that, but these are some really good times coming in on the medium tyres. A lot of every driver looking like they are favouring them. Of course, they would be the real life choice of tyres, so good to see them. It's probably not an effort to only pick the mediums, but never mind, it will leave them more softs for during the races. TJ crossed the line, and he's come and done a, what has he done? He's done a cool down lap and has decided to go for another. I don't know what's going on here. I see retirements, I see people leaving. Never mind, we'll go back to it as TJ now coming around Sector 2 through the Lesbos tonight in the Williams, of course. Cuts the second one very nicely indeed. I mean, you can see coming towards the end of Sector 2, under the bridge and back up the hill, spots his braking zone just before the 50 mark. He is 2 temps up, but has just invalidated. Biddle then not a representative time from the other Rari driver as he now comes towards Ascari into 6th as he powers his way through the complex. As I see, I've got some fans in the Twitch chat. We'll just complete this lap and then hop over and pay attention to you lovely people watching. Bidley across the line, 19.6. That's a great lap from Bidley right there. As now we'll hop into the chat as we've got Silverside Boy subscribing at tier 1. Big up the boy, 22 months against his name, and nice to see, although not so nice to see he's currently down in 13th. Also we've got Steel, big up the Steel, hi Steel. And also Major Allen, presumably tuning in from his workplace. Big up to you, Alan, indeed. Reese going P7 on his set of mediums. So that's not quite where he'd expect to be at the moment. Can see a few people doing additional laps on their mediums. We've got Nigel Piggle coming around Parabolica on the end of this latest hot lap. It's a 19.6, and that's good enough for P3 as Steele puts on the softs. Junuvain comes into the pits. FIFA's yet to come out of the box, and here comes Locker, who has invalidated. He will be coming into the pits, no doubt. We've got TJ coming out on the softs as well as Cruiser. We'll listen to the lovely tones of the Red Bull, because you know we don't often hear the noise of an engine that's at the front every bloody race. Nobody likes Max Verstappen. So I'm just throwing that out there. Has he run out of fuel, or is he taking the wheel? Is he taking the P's? Or he could just be, probably, yeah, just making some space for himself. So TJ coming into the pits, coming down the final straight to Parabolica, really pushing those tyres hard. Gets the ERS deployment out of Parabolica now to the line to start his final lap. Wary of traffic on the inside, but no problems at all. Turns it in for turn one. He seems to have all the grip in the world. And on the exit, puts the power down and away he goes round Curve Grande. And braking down into the chicane, or losing it on the curb of the first part, and he is off ski, and he should have enough time for one more go. Let's have a look to see who's on a lap. It looks like Silverside Boy could be on a lap, as is Cruiser, but let's try and see if the Mercedes man can push himself out of the bottom five, as the yellow flags are out, as people start to slow up, and there's a certified traffic jam in Sector 3. Not quite as bad as we saw in real life a few years ago, of course. All that traffic was in Sector 1. Silverside Boy then, through Ascari, keeps the foot to the floor and gets through it indeed. Now it's all about the exit you had from Ascari down this straight, and you now slow down for the last time. TJ calls it quits. Probably didn't have enough fuel, but Silverside Boy across the line improves by 7 tenths. It's only good enough for B12. Let's have a look now at, there's a Haas of that's Reese starting his lap. Is that Cruiser? Cruiser's on another part, honestly. Nigel's starting his lap. Is that Bread? That's probably Bread, right? Yeah, it is Bread coming round the final corner. And that's not ideal. Let's watch Cruiser go to the line. It's not Cruiser. That's Craggy. Craggy going P2. What a move. Johnny Vane goes faster, so 119.1. Great lap from him, as we'll see more come across the line. That's a Ferrari. It's Douche only going to P10. Now Croskery goes into P7. Are there any more improvements? We've got FIFA's coming around the final corner now, and right behind him the two. Oh, FIFA's not had a large improvement. Locker across the line, stays P18, and Steele cannot make the most of it and stays where he was. And Monkey is Reese. Reese. Why has he done that then? Reese! He is inevitable, which is exactly what Gary would say. He is inevitable. Oh dear. Well, that's another social race. And yeah, that's another Reese poll, as I'll get more leader another invite in. Is he at the top? At the top. Is he at the top? Invite to my game. I do apologise. I've got to juggle all the things in the world, and he was already in the game. Oh, Gary, stop blooming excusing yourself. You're on bloody 0-0 anyway, so... Ugh. Yeah. So here is the results for sprint qualifying. We got Reese, Junu, Steel, Craggy, Bidley, Shaggy, Night Owl, Piggle down in P8, Crosscrew P9. That's a bit of a shocker from those two. Douchey P10, Cruiser P11, Monkey P12, and then the rest. You can see the rest. It's fine. I don't have to show them, or at least I do have to show them. I don't have to talk. I'm going to have a quick drink. Bosh! Right, it is race day here in Monza as we get ready to go on our formation lap. And, yeah. It's warm. It's warm and it's rather horrible, to be honest. David's thoughts on the premiere in Slough. I don't want to relive that video, honestly. As you can see, Mr. Piggle, I cannot ready up. Listen, TJ might have to ready up for me. Oh, we hear the beeping. There we go. Someone has had a an ounce of, well, common sense as we get going on our. We get going, yowing. As yeah, there's your leader. We're going to be seeing very quick outlaps, I think, as the drivers try their very best to get some heat into their tyres. Let's have a look at people's choice of tyres for this sprint. Well, there's a shocker. Rare Winter, I swear. What is wrong with your internet? And why is... Well, actually, to be fair, it's probably not you. It's probably the game. Right, so nice and sunny as we expect, because, you know, I set the weather to be clear. So it's going to be a dry race today. Hopefully Rare can get back in. This is going to be the last time I bother inviting him back. Hopefully that's not a heat-induced power cut, although I suspect his brother seems fine, so maybe it's a that issue. Oh, it's too long. There he has joined back. He's quite far back. I don't know what the AI was playing at, only driving that fast. So yeah, here's your proof. He's in AI. He can't really help. He's that far back. But it just goes to show. I reckon his AI has got his tyres will be the warmest on the grid, which is kind of annoying. As Night Owl misses his grid slot, not ideal. Let's have a look to see if there are any cheeky buggers lining up a little bit skew-whiff. No, I think we're Gucci. So here we go. As the lights come out, 5 lights, and away we go. As DRS gets instantly disabled, as we go 3 wide out of the blocks. What a start that has been from Steele, as he heads into turn 1, into the lead. As ghosting appears to have a thing, as Rare Winter has been booted from the session again. I am not endorsing any further attempts for him to rejoin. So Steele into the lead of this race from Reese in P2, Johnny Vane in P3, Shaggy doing well up in P4, goes a little bit wide out of the chicane there, and he loses 2 positions as the Merc going side by side with the Red Bull. He's going to have the inside for the second Lesmos. Oh, but Craggy cuts off Piggle's front nose and absolutely sends him into a half spin. Thankfully catches it and is going to be right behind for a little bit longer. Shaggy and Night Owl, the 2 Aston Martins for tonight, glued together on track, as Shaggy gets a little bit out of shape on the exit of Ascari. Now further back we've got both Ferraris fighting with each other as the Aston Martins in front go for a quick switch over. Dynamo Dan having a good start into P10. Croskery having a fairly normal one. He is down into P11. FIFA's up into P12. Cruiser having a bit of a daft one as he makes a double overtake, burning that ERS into turn 1. And oh, he's had to take the escape road, unfortunately. And that is lost him time, as that was Croskery. He gets spun out. And thankfully, the ghosting has decided to work today. Looks like Croskery got pushed onto the grass there and just couldn't collect himself. So we've got at the back, we've got Moorleader fighting with Locker. Locker trying hard to keep with Brad is cool. Of course, it's going to be a little bit easier now that DRS is enabled, and slipstream effect will occur. We see the entire field covered as Croskery is right at the back. Does he have damage? I can't tell. Honestly, I cannot tell. But a move for the lead has been made then. Steele is into the lead. Reese is into the lead. He gets past Steele, but Steele now goes around the outside into turn 1. A little bit of rear locking and really attacking those curves, and that did not give him a good exit, as right behind Steele, Ginny Vane, Nigel Piggle are fighting away. Oh, someone's on the grass. That's an Aston Martin. Night Owl on the grass. Oh, as Craggy sends it. From what I could see, that is not kosher. That's not happening. and he settles back down behind. We've now on lap 3 of 9, and it's still nice and tight all the way down the field as Locker gets passed by Morley that maybe had a bit of a mishap there out of Lesmo too. And Locker, does he have damage? That was a chronic understeer there. Yes, I think he's missing his end plate, is Locker, as Croskery now heading his way through sector 3, rather dishevelled, and 3.7 seconds down. Are we going to see a move for the lead? We've got Deja Vu, no lock up this time from Steele, and he takes a much better line through the corner, but Reese is going to have the inside, is he? No, he's going to slot in behind through Curve Grande. The slipstream is going to help him along the way. Is he going to go for a move into the chicane? No, he's not. Just tries to put pressure on the Kick Sauber. Nothing doing right there though. Genevieve meanwhile sitting back, nice and comfortable, enjoying the show, and of course making sure he keeps plenty of ERS. But a little bit of a burst out of the corner sees him going, and Reese, you could see how early he turned off his ERS there. He had that move done early, so Steele is now up with the other top two. Nigel Piggle not being able to do much from there. Neither is Night Owl. Bidley doing well up in P6. He is tier 1 on his day, you know. As Monkey Boy gets past Diamond Douche a little bit further back, and he has taken P10 in the sprint. Of course, no points past 8th in the sprint format. Of course, no points at all because we're not in a championship yet. But we will be starting season 8 nice and soon. Still now holding on to his lead. Oh, Bidley's out. Bidley's out. What's happened? Sector 1. He's what's going on there then? Right, anyway, retirement on track is not the right thing to do, ever, so good job. Steele and Reese then going at it once again. Reese is going to get the move done into Ascari, and Steele slots in behind. Reese is just playing with his food at this point. He's pretty much full on ERS. Still doing well. He's up at 70%. So doing fairly well himself. And now we're going to see the attack into turn 1, and Reese, is he going to fight it? No, he pulls off nice and early, and Genevieve nearly goes into the back of him. Cruiser comes into the pits to retire. That's not ideal. Yeah, Locker a little bit adrift of the field. I'll tell you what, I don't think Croskery's here. Given that he's... I mean, he's not ghosted, but he's not catching Rare Winter's AI. So I don't know what that's all about. As that is a Red Bull coming out on the track, hopefully gets away with it. At the front then, lap 6 of 9, we've seen Steele. He's obviously gone for it a little bit, or Reese has made a bit of a mistake, because the gap was nearly at 1 second there. You can see it's closing down all the way down this back straight. As now Reese has to play catch up down the start finish, and he's not there then. He doesn't need to. Oh, he does a little. Up to above 200 miles an hour, and these two still fighting. Lap 7 of 9, punching it out of turn 2 is still burning that ERS down to 52, 54, 56%. Now braking for, oh, that's rear locking up there under braking, and thankfully catches it and doesn't go into Reese in front of him. Reese going a little bit wide, but still also getting a little bit out of shape. There's just 2.5 laps to go in this sprint race. So, what have you got? What have you got, Steele? What have you got, Reese? Show us what you can do. As out of Ascari for the 7th time, both these drivers come, and at this point, Genevain still hanging in there. Nigel Piggle also hanging in there. Night Owl right on the back of Piggle. Is he going to be close enough? Will the slipstream be strong enough from that distance that he is able to make the move? You can see he's rinsing ERS, and Piggle is burning, but there's not much you can do against that. DRS, ERS, slipstream. He's going to brake late into turn 1. Piggle tries to hold it around the outside, and he does. Great braking manoeuvre, but away comes Night Owl. Is he going to... Doesn't quite get the better exit off turn 2. Real decent defensive driving going on there from Nigel Piggle. Nice clean defensive driving, as there's been an incident, and Brady's call is in the wall. That's not ideal from the Williams driver. So it's hot to it, hop, 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 as we come towards Ascari for the last time. We've got Steele recharging all the way to 100. He's done his homework, he knows what to do here, although he has a little bit of a poor line through Ascari, and Reese is 6/10 clear. Really needs to punch it to try and get away. No, he's pulled off early, and we are going to see Steele absolutely rinse it down the start-finish straight. We're also going to see Reese do the exact same thing. Is the DRS going to be enough? He's going to hold the inside, is the harsh driver. Still to the outside. And it's very close, and they're still going at it. Now, there's going to be one chance left, unless Genevain has something to say about it. He is still sitting pretty. P3, he's got 50% ERS, which is more than the guys in front. Still now, cuts the corner a little bit on the chicane, but Reese gets out of shape on the exit, and that's going to cause Steele to go closer. Steele now really closing up. Reese misses the apex of first Lesmo, nearly gets out of shape out of the second, but he is so close now. On the run to Ascari, he's got to go for the inside line. No, he's gone for the outside line. Round the outside, these two side by side for Ascari on the last lap, and Reese has gone. Reese has pulled out. Reese has pulled out. He couldn't do it. So Steele is in the lead, but Genevain's coming out of nowhere. Genevain round the outside of Parabolica, and he gets the move done. Absolutely brilliant. On the way to the line before the last corner, Genevain takes the win at the Monza sprint race. What a move. He timed that to perfection. The Alpine driver on the top step. And a really, really mature result there. Watching the first two, Steele and Reese, go at it lap after lap. Oh. And the last man over the line then is Locker. I think it's Locker anyway, it might not be. Like Terry is sorry if it wasn't you. Gary throwing his disdain for whatever this is. He doesn't like this, as he has made an improvement over the race. He started P15, ended P12, so you made places, son. I hate this with no setup. Just stick 9 on your front wing and you're fine. So we are now into the full qualifying session. Parc Ferme has indeed reset, as Nigel Piggle brings out. So, Silverside Boy, now is your opportunity to go to Sim Racing Setup and get yourself a setup. 9-0, I heard, is pretty good. I am a thirsty Kirsty tonight. Oh, it's warm. Warm. Reese be the first one out, and we'll get right to him. Okay then. That's interesting. Locker's not first on track. That will be Mr. Piggle. Piggle is on the slowdown then, and it looks like people don't want to go first to give this. Honestly, what are we playing here? Yeah, just someone is not amused, and that someone is Night Owl. So we'll let him get us away in Sector 2 as Shaggy gets a 5-second for colliding with TJ. That's good. Reese is in the chat and apparently has redeemed me a drink. Thank you, sir. But I still don't understand how you managed to go the wrong way. It's literally a one-way system, a racetrack. You seem to have not adhered to that, and I would like to know exactly what's happened. So we have Night Owl here. Night Owl is on the mediums to start us up with. Apparently you thought it was Imola. Okay then. No comment. I'm not quite sure how it's put you on intermediates after you've been disqualified, but never mind. Night Owl then through Ascari for the first time. Nicely through Parabolica, now runs to the line. It's a 1:19.499 to get us started off with. What can Piggle do? Invalidate his lap, that's what he does. That's what he does. Next across the line, Tidjum but in front of him was Steele. Steele going fastest by just over a tenth, looking to continue where he left off. As my laptop's trying to tell me that I've got the Windows update. That's good. Apparently you just wanted to start last. Well, obviously you did. It seems like a pattern of behaviour that you just do. So we've got half the grid setting a lap. It looks like... Oh, wait, what's happened to Piglet? Why is Piglet retired? Cruiser did an invalid on 19.7. So, yeah, that's what you do. Reese says, I gave you some entertainment in the sprint. You did indeed. Although I suspect I might be able to ask a few other drivers who might not agree with the entertainment you provided them. That's just a feeling I might have. We've got Craggy going for a second push lap on these tyres then. Has had a cool down, goes once again. He's already on top with a 119.1. Is he going to be able to improve on this lap? Very bumpy over those curves, and he's already pulled out. Not ideal. So, a couple of people doing cool down laps in between hot laps then. Biddle is one of those drivers, and he is now coming through the second les mode. And very tidy indeed. Have a look at his sector 2 time. He is 2 and a third tenths up, very nicely attacking the first part of the Scari, keeping it nice and smooth on the exit. That's bound to be an improvement for the man currently in P5. Are we going to see a 4/10 improvement? That would put him into the top 4. Biddle now coming to the line with all the smoke in the world, and it's gonna be a P4, a 119.5, 1.4. So good lap from Biddle early on the mediums. Shaggy is not on a lap. More leader is on a lap, so he is obviously 17 seconds up. I think we saw him going slow out of turn 1 and 2, maybe going straight over, possibly. But now coming down into sector 3, a 31.3 seconds, and he's gonna need to make up a few more positions, or he's running out of ERS on 8%. Round Parabolica he goes, overtaking now to the line. What can more leader do? A 119.8, and that is up into P6 as things stand. What's the deuce doing? What the dog doing? And he is now coming through. I can't remember for the life of me what that chicane is called, so I'm not going to mention it. I'm just going to call it the second chicane. But I do remember the Lesmos after Gary so humorously called it something else. Big up to Gary, currently in P7, 119.9. Douche now sector 2 with a 52.9. Is this going to put the Ferrari driver into the top 10? We'll find out soon enough as he powers down this back straight into 6th gear. He takes for Parabolica, keeps it nice and tight, and with the run to the line, it's a P6 as things stand for Douche, so a 19.8. That's 0.02 of a second in front of More Leader in P7. Genuvain then coming into the end of Sector 2. We'll have a look. He was marginally up Sector 1, Sector 2. He is 3.5 tenths up now. Looking very smooth through Ascari. And braking down for the final corner. Gets very, very aggressive with the inside curb. But keeps it tight, foot to the floor and across the line. Only good enough for P2. 22 thousandths the gap to Craggy. And no one yet beating that lap that Craggy set early on. We've got Monkey Boy, who is starting his first lap and having a pretty tidy turns 1 and 2. And now coming around Curve Grande, keeps it tight as you do. Now braking down into second chicane, attacks the curves pretty well. It might have unsettled his car just a little bit, now taking the Lesmos as much cojones as possible. The second one maybe losing a little bit too much speed, but he will keep going down this back straight. And the sector time is a 52.8. That is just a tenth quicker than Douche. We could see Monkey here slot himself in between Biddle and Douche here, and that'll be the third row of the grid. As once again 6th gear being the choice for the auto gear guys, and that is after losing some time in sector 3, only going to be enough for P9. So out of the way he gets of the next man on a Fasten, which was Silver Side Boy. We've got Biddle right behind him. Let's have a look to see. We've got Shaggy, who is over half a second up on his time. Is he going to make more improvements in sector 3? Hugs the right hand side to the line, very close to invalidation there, that goes up into P6. Monkeys in that. Dynamo Dan is on a hot lap, Locker's on a cool down lap, Prediscal's in the pits, Cruiser's not doing anything. So back to Bidley. Who are we looking at? I can't remember. Dynamo Dan, who's still not using his ERS. Or he's just regaining his ERS as he's on his way back into pits. We've got 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Cruiser comes across the line, sets a 1:52. What a lap. So let's follow the Red Bull on board, braking down into turn 1. Gets the apex of turn 1, a little bit wide of turn 2. That's allowed him to have a decent exit though, as we reach speeds of near 205 miles an hour. Or just kissing 200 miles an hour, I should say, before turn 4. Cruiser revving through the gears, through Lesmo, and Lesmo 2 opens the DRS, and it's going to keep going, burning a little bit more of that ERS down this back straight, nearly hitting 210 miles an hour. Well, that was interesting bit of lag. That was the cruiser of pro clubs kind of lag we were seeing right there. As breaks down for Parabolica. Gets a little bit out of shape and somehow doesn't invalidate, but comes into the pits regardless. Right, let's hop on board with the only man on the track, and that is Tijum, although more leaders now come out. We're going to stay with the Williams at the moment. You can see that he is just trying to get some warmth into those tyres. It's not. I can tell you right now, it's not working. He's like, why do I have to start this lap with cold tyres? God damn it. But here we go. We punch it out of Parabolica for the last time of this man. And powers down the long main straight here at Monza. Brakes just around the 80-metre mark. Nearly locks up the rear there coming into turn 1, but gets the car rotated very nicely. Now powered down on the exit, down to less than 50% ERS. But that is what it takes to be fast here. You have to burn it down the straight, and now braking into the second chicane. Very tentative on the throttle there, but nice clean line. Will he hit the apex? Yes, he does for Lesmo 1. Uses all the track he can, and very nicely through 2. With the DRS now open, has a little bit of a squirt of ERS out of the corner just to help him go in. Now to Ascari, we brake heavy down into 6, and he's lost it. Oh, and he's in the wall. TJ in the wall, loses his tyre. The barrier is very happy, and very, very happy. Oh dear. Oh, TJ. Oh, I've given him too much pressure. As FIFA's now marginally up in sector 1, now coming round. Lesmos has gone wide and is gone round, and that is his qualifying over. And thankfully ghosting has decided to work tonight. We've got Bread, who is now on his fast lap, but we'll hop to the winner of last race, our sprint race. It was this man here, Janu Vane, currently just 22 thousandths behind Craggy, who is on provisional pole right here. Craggy is on a lap, and he is but 15 seconds behind this man here, his pole rival. Janu then around Lesmos as the yellow flags are out, the two jostling for position. That's an Aston and a McLaren in sector 3. So Janu 3/10 up into sector 3, keeps it between the lines through Ascari, and now powers his way potentially to pole position. Can he challenge Craggy for that top step? Janu touches the grass on the inside. It doesn't unsettle his car at all though. He's in nice and early, punches it to the line, and what's a 1:18.7. He's gone 3/10 clear. And what can Craggy do as he's getting a fat toe from the Alpine? Oh no. Could Dynamo Dan be predicting the downfall of his teammate? No, he doesn't. Craggy only 2/10 behind in the end, but it is close. We've got Steele then. Steele is up 1/10.5, but he has invalidated. I didn't notice that. Night Owl is improving by 1/10. He needs a lot more than that to get there. Let's have a look to see what Steele's time would have been. It's a 19.1. It would not have seen him improve by much. As Night Owl across the line goes P4. Croskery though instantly replaces him He is going to be on the second row, but who's in P3? It's the Bidley in the Rari. Things you love to see. He's tier 1 on his day, you know, lads. He's tier 1 on his day. And that is it for qualifying. FIFA's has decided to end it early for all of us. Thank you, FIFA's. Definitely didn't catch that at all. Honestly, this game is awful. And I respect everyone who decided to turn up tonight. Right, well, that's the grid for the feature race, as we've got two men starting at the back in Nigel Piggle and Reese. That'll be an exciting one. As I'm going to have another quick drink. It's too warm to be sitting here chatting rubbish to people on Twitch. And it's Monday. No one likes Mondays. Right, let's have a look and see. Ooh, a big surprise. Monkey Boy finds himself up in P6. Great qualifying from him. Steele in P7. Silverside Boy having a better quali. He is in P8 now with apparently a setup on. Cruiser P9. Douche a little bit far back in P12. Locker much improved in P14. And yeah, here's what people's tyre choices look like. I can't ready up, so I'm sure TJ will make the call. If not, I will just ping him and say, blip, blip, blip. Blip, 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 blip. Bloop, 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 bloop. I cannot wait for summer to be over. Call me a negative Nelly, but sitting in here after a long day in an air-conditioned office, sweating your balls off is not the ideal way to spend a Monday night. Come at me. Looks like... right, we're going to play silly sods at the back, are we? Well, I'll give it until the end of Sector 1, until these two get themselves disqualified, and I will laugh when it happens. There's Genevieve wasting no time in getting trying to get his tyres up to speed, up to temp. Oh. So what I would love more spectator options. That'd be nice. Although maybe not. maybe I'd like a game that actually people will try to play. People enjoy playing. That'd be lovely. Lap 16 to 26. That's interesting. I'll be surprised to see anyone doing a 2-stop today. But there you have the graphics for it, just in case. And let's hope that there remains no safety cars. Because I can't be bothered to flip between the scenes and Streamlabs. Right, and we're getting ready to go to the line. If someone can't quite wait, I think that will be possible. It's the Red Bull of Cruiser. Oh, TJ. Oh, TJ. And Biddle is making his intentions known. Stopping right on the line, and he is going to be going for that gap right there off the start, as we'll hop on board. As away we go. I've lost all the things. Oh, there's stuff I don't know what's going on. Someone tell me what's going on. There's oh Jesus, that's a Red Bull in the wall. Tech issues. There's a go. No. So there's a Red Bull in the lead then. I assume that is Craggy. And right behind him we've got Genuvain, followed by Croskery right in behind. And what's going on? How do I fix this? How do I fix this? Someone tell me how I fix this. Someone help me fix this. Do I have to leave a session and rejoin? Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Thank God for ghosting. Oh Jesus. Press Y. Yeah, I am pressing Y, Maestro. I can't do anything. Yeah, this is me pressing Y, pressing X. Pressing B, A. It's buggered! I assume that was Cruiser in the wall. Early off as he leaves the session. I'm going to try and get him maybe on comms. You'll need to rejoin. Good. The problem is with doing this is I am the host, Maestro, and I don't know who was in second. And I don't really want to fuck up the race in case it's someone with not as good internet. Let's try that. Has that worked? No. Oh well, never mind. We're going to have a very HUDless commentary as that the McLaren's still on the start-finish straight. I am going to look for potentially some issues. I'm gonna have to. I might actually have to kill the. I might have to kill the. Sorry. You all saw that, right? You saw that, right? This game is... I can still... What is this game? What is it? I can't even pause anymore. But I'm still in control. Oh, oh, welcome to the Hotel California. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. I shall watch this race. Oh dear. Where are we? Let's. Well, this is the fight for the lead. It's Craggy versus Crossbury. And when I say that, what I really mean is it's Verstappen versus Lando. And here we are on lap 4 as Max bides his time as he enters Ascari, catches up an awful lot there. Lando not quite having the downforce that the Red Bull of Max Verstappen has. Is he going to have a look into Parabolica? No, he's not. Just right on the back of Lando now as they come around this final corner. Lando puts the ERS down, but Max has the DRS, has the ERS, and through comes Gasly! Gasly trying to take the lead. The former Red Bull driver. Oh, you know what they say, simple things, these simple minds. Gasly then up into P2 and Lando has to settle for P3 at the moment. Meanwhile, Charles Leclerc down in P4. He's still upset that his team tried to get him to come in and put on wet tyres in the last session. And it was bone dry, I tell you what. It was Plan Z. But yeah, it's hard to see where Ferrari go from here. Behind him is Danny Ricciardo. Looks like he's got a little bit of vertigo. What's he doing up this high? And it's Ocon right behind him, looking for a move on Danny Rick and touches the back of him. It's just like old times. Coming through Ascari. But who is this on the outside? It is the other RB of Yuki Tsunoda. Trying to hang it around the outside of the Frenchman. It gets the move done as Oscar Piastri still stranded on the line. Thank God for this new ghosting technology that the FIA have implemented. As Tsunoda gets the pass done on Ocon. Meanwhile, right behind is the two Mercedes cars. We've got George Russell out in front, and right behind him is driver number 2. Lewis Hamilton. Absolute scenes. He's just heard Bono on the radio, has Lewis. He's just had a whisper in his ear saying, we really need to look after this engine. Please don't try and overtake your teammate. So we'll keep an eye on that. Does Lewis have something wrong with his car? And behind them is Fernando Alonso, who's literally like he's lifting off 2 seconds of that. He's just really enjoying these two Mercs squabbling. He's just laughing at Lulu's expense. We've got K-Mag then. K-Mag is right behind, but being followed by Stroll. And K-Mag now comes around the last corner a little bit wide there, and Lance Stroll on the hard tyres. Will he have another go? As you can see him powered down the straight. Magnussen's got nothing, and you can see Stroll throw the 50 grand bribe as they went past. Absolute scenes. As here comes Alex Albon as that was a car facing the wrong way. Alex Albon with his Duracell Bunny Mobile, absolutely carrying this Williams team this season, last season, and the season before. Let's be honest. Latifi, who is that? As Carlos Sainz is now coming through the second Lesmo, and he's still a little bit upset as he passes a very, very spun out Kick Sauber. And Sainz is he's already done his first stint on intermediate tyres and now is on the very low pressure mediums that they've decided to give to him. And he looks like he's having a little bit of trouble. Carlos now is going to come around the corner to start another lap. And then we've got Logan Sargent. Is he not last? Logan Sargent? Shocking. He is being chased after by Guan Yu Zhou. Guan Yu Zhou now. Is he going to go bowling into turn one? Not quite. And Sargent lives to fight another day as Bottas appears to have decided to go to sleep. He's having a quick nap on the exit of Lesmo 2 just after the DRS. And it looks like someone stuck something in his moustache. As there we see once again the magical ghosting technology given to us this year by the FIA. As there is Alex Albon going wide. And that is... oh god, this is so scuffed. We've got... oh, yeah. Honestly, I don't know how long I can keep up this commentary, non-commentary. As Guan Yu Zhou sends it down the inside of Logan Sargent into Parabolica, and he is not a happy boy. I really hope that was not TJ that he's done that to. He's got the ERS, he's got the DRS, and are we going to see bowling from Guan Yu Zhou? Bloody hell, I've just witnessed Logan Sargent make a overtake, and that is absolutely mental. As Alex Albon is the first man to pit onto the hard tyres. Oscar Piastri not waking up from his nap yet, I should say. Meanwhile, back at the front, Pierre Gasly leading the race from Max Verstappen, from Lando Norris, and closing up right behind is this man here, Charles Leclerc. Of course, the Temple of Speed here at Monza. One of Ferrari's home races is going to look to come good after what was a fantastic result earlier in the season, getting his maiden win at Monaco, despite the team asking him to do the 7-stop strategy rather than the 6-stop strategy. This game is broken. I've given up now. I don't want to. Yeah, the game didn't let me leave, so... oh, that's a big mistake there from Yuki Tsunoda, and he's gone straight on. Locks up the rear, and he just couldn't stop in time and goes straight on, and he's going to lose track of this entire pack as K-Mag looking to keep on the back of this DRS train. as Lewis Hamilton looks at the back of Ocon. Nothing is doing at the moment. Needs to recharge some of that ERS. Oh God, what's going on here? Into Parabolica. They were nearly 2x2. As oh, I can't like look sideways. This is horrible. Absolutely horrible. Codemasters, sort out your shit. Oh, it's a big send from George Russell. Actually, that was Lewis Hamilton. Oh, it's an absolutely massive send. And he's tried to take out his teammate. And what was that? I think we'll hear some Mercedes team radio right here. Lewis, why did you try and take out George? What are you on about, man? He cut the first corner. Don't do that again, Lewis. Driver 2, I mean. Well, scenes inside the Merc garage then. Oh, I'm so fed up. I wish I had chosen to have a drink because this would be infinitely more funny. What lap are we on? We're on lap 11. 11 of, I believe, 27. And of the glitched as fuck Grand Prix, as the Alpine leads yet another lap. That was me. I misjudged that slightly. Alright, Mr. bloody Silverside Russell. Cringe. Right. So had a little rest. As Razius Prime, thank you for the drink redemption. What is up with this interesting race? Well, this game is I can't do anything. I tried to quit, and it's just left me in this state because I had no HUD. I can still control the camera, but I can't see any of the HUD still. So we've been having a little bit of fun as Jenny Vane comes into the pits, and that sets not Max Verstappen free. Is what's happened to the McLaren cross crew? I don't know, but this is presumably Bidley, right behind the leader. I mean, I don't really want to leave because I'm the host and I don't want to screw the race up, to be honest, Maestro. Yeah, because this is how glitchy this game is. Imagine what happens if I leave the session. Like, we could have an absolutely massive desync. And then everyone's race gets screwed. And let's be honest, if it's a choice between making the stream a little bit worse or upsetting all the drivers who have decided to turn out tonight, I would rather ruin the stream. I mean, yeah. Spectator as host has been an issue for 2 years. Yes, I understand that, but at the same time, the host starts are absolutely ridiculous in this game, Maestro. So it's the lesser of two evils. What would be really nice if someone had a safety car. And that way I'd have room to... Oh, I'll tell you what, let's do it. Let's do it. I aren't afraid of anything. GG's. Good job I left it on invite, on friends.
And recharge off.
Oh, this bodes well. Oh dear. You could argue that quite possibly. Let's try again. See, this is what's happened. I've completely derailed the stream. And...
Okay, let's go. Fire up, please.
Diddy. Odds on it working. Oh. We are go, go, go. Oh! We have HUD! We have HUD! Oh my lord, we have HUD! So Night Owl is in the lead from Silverside Boy. It looks like we've had a few pit stops and these guys at the front running the hard tyres. They are going long. However, Crossgree just 14 seconds behind on those fresh air hards. And I just want a big thank you to Steel for sending me the invite. That's clearly what fixed it. Speaking of fixing, that's Monkey Boy getting himself a 3-second time penalty. That is not ideal, as they are coming thick and fast. Hopefully Piggles' internet holds out, as the gap now less than 14 seconds, but Junuvane making moves. Oh, that was very, very close. Craggy moving across onto Crossgree's line. They're in the braking zone, and Crossgree makes evasive manoeuvres and manages to keep it. But also Rare Winter is moving. Well, that's upsetting. Very upsetting. They set a personal best lap on the mediums, so that's good. It is less fun with Rare Winter moving, to be honest. I quite look forward to making an occasional joke about Oscar Piastri being in or down under inside his head. It's another second that the guys have pulled in on these overcutters. at the front of the grid. 12.8 is the gap, and Croskery just hanging out behind Craggy in P5. Is Craggy going to make a move for the lead on this start-finish straight this time round? The yellow flags are out. Locker's had an incident coming out of Lesmo 2, and that is the front two in the pits, and that unleashes Junu Vane into the lead of this race. So Junu Vane defending well, and of course he did have that amazing run in the sprint race to come home and take the checkered flag. It's a completely different ball game from this point. Craggy is going to chase Junu all the way. You can see having little glimpses here and there as Junu is doing well to keep his cool at the moment, running a little bit wide through Lesmo there. Is Craggy going to go for it? No, he is not. No, stays behind into Ascari. And meanwhile, this is just allowing Croskery to stay with these guys. And it's quite surprising there's not a little bit of back and fro going on. These guys trying to work together to make a breakaway from these guys. Bidley still running very well up in P4, and Monkey Boy right behind him. Reese is out, and Reese and Pickle out. Oh dear. I'll see you two in the steward's box after the race, as the VSC is out and it's going to be upgraded to a full safety car. I think I'm going to have to make a quick trip to the Discord and tell everyone to calm the fuck down. Right. Intermission screen. Oh, Gary, I'm sorry you're not here, mate. So, goodbye to you. Hello to beautiful me. Front and centre. You'll love to see it. VSC. It's not a VSC, it's a full safety car. Now, are people going to pit Junu Vane? Looks like he could try it. Oh no, Junu's staying out. Craggy comes in, Croskery comes in, Bidley comes in, Monkey comes in. Junu then is potentially in trouble. Shaggy comes in, but Night Owl, his teammate, stays out. Dynamo Dan comes in. Gary is also. It's not going to go well. It's not ideal. It's Rare Winter still not overtaking Reese and Pickle, or Bread for that. Could that be a mistake? Suicide Boy grovelling in the chat. Oh, look. Oh, God. No good. No bueno. So, Night Owl stays out on 2-lap old mediums. Cracky, however, is on the fresh mediums. He's in P3. Croskery on fresh softs. And this could be a gamble worth taking. Oh, I really hope we don't have to wait for Rare Winter to catch up. That would be embarrassing. Although, to be fair, no one else in the field has caught up yet. So, I hope that you have seen Gary's apology in the chat, Mr. Steele. Don't sue me, Nintendo. Oh, I love how it's still apparently a virtual safety car as well. That's great. I'm gonna have a drink. Drinkies for David. Do 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 do. Why do I get the feeling that slight tap Gary mentions was indeed not a slight tap? All I'm hearing is it's Gary's fault that you've DNF still. I can't quite comprehend how Rare Winter is only on lap 8. Actually, I can, because technically speaking, I was the host and he didn't move off the line. So that is why Rare Winter's on lap 8. It looks like we got one more safety car lap. So, yeah, stuff and things and boobs. Yeah, that's right, I said it. I mean, Piggle, he did say up above that someone else moved in front of him, which caused him to react, which is why there was the contact. I don't think he was for a second blaming you. It's warm, it's warm. Lap 9. So Rare Winter has been lapped 13 times. Very nice. Oh, Piggle. Piggle, 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 Piggle. Safety car! In this lap. Yes, Steely. What you want? What do you want, Steel? David, it's lap 22. David, please. Get off AI, Gary? I don't know. What do you want from me? 21? No, it's lap 9, mate. Unfortunately, we've got 18 laps left to go. And unfortunately, you're going to have to sit around and watch for 18 more laps. Or, more than likely, not. Janu Vane leaving it very, very late. And away we go then on the restart. Night Owl chasing after Janu. He's got the slipstream. Is he going to go into turn 1? He's stuck it up the inside. Janu gives him space. There's slight contact on the exit. And Janu is using the ghosting to his advantage to get the better run and pass Janu Vane. It's still safety car still. It's still the safety car. Oh my lord, this game is perfectly broken. Yes, yes, yes. I'm doing my best Daniel Bryan impression. Or Bryan Danielson, or whatever the fuck his name is now. I am never commentating on a Monday night again. RSF1 Locker in P13, and he is going to be chasing down this man right here It is T-Jum. And in front of T-Jum, it's Silverside Boy chasing down Ledouche. Yeah. It's still lap 10. Come on, lads, we can do it. DRS enabled while the safety car is still out. What on earth is going on as we've got a move for the lead? Genuvain gets it done. It looks like Craggy might have made contact there with Night Owl mid-corner. But Croskery now potentially having a look, but Craggy is burning the ERS and maybe close enough to have a look. No, not on Night Owl there. So sits behind just a little bit longer. Third place, not the worst place to be in the world. Let's see if Croskery can make the most of his soft tyres. As down this back straight, looks like he doesn't quite have the grip, or enough grip to be able to make it really count, as the douche picks himself up a 3-second on time penalty. Meanwhile, right behind we've got Bidley and Monkey both going very strong. Shaggy in P7 doing not too shabby himself, although More Leader looking to make a move for the P7 as up at the front. Genuvain gets overtaken by Craggy and Night Owl there, and maybe those hard tyres not quite as good as we thought they might be, as the drivers ahead are pulling away a little bit. Night Owl has 7 tenths from Craggy in P2. Croskery meanwhile needs to get a move on. There's just 2.5 laps to go, and those soft tyres, they're either dying very quickly or he really is saving it till the last minute. Croskery now closing up before Ascari, but nothing doing. Very smooth through there, and it's all about rhythm at this point. Don't be knocked out of yours, and you should be fine till the end. Of course, Genuvain carrying that, what I assume to be a 3-second penalty. Yes, he is. So that will sort of effectively rule him out of a P1, but it's not going to stop him from wanting to do it on track. He boxes in Craggy, but Craggy makes contact before turn 1. And now Night Owl is going to fall victim to the double overtake. And Night Owl now sitting back in P3 for the moment. Meanwhile, Croskery, there's nothing he can do. These guys slipstreaming himself so much as Locker has left this-ish. As we come down the hill under the bridge for the second to last time in tonight's race. Craggy just holds off from going for the overtake. He's biding his time. He's going to go for it surely into turn 1. Genuvain gets a poor exit, and alongside goes Craggy. As we'll take a quick reminder on the current state of tyres, as Genuvain nearly loses it through Parabolica, and that has cost him big time. He's not going to be able to defend into turn 1. Craggy gets the DRS open and pulls away, but we're going 3 wide. Croskery comes through into P3 on the soft tyres, and in front of him there was that Aston Martin. Looked like to be moving in the braking zone, and that can't have been too happy an experience for the McLaren driver. And he's now got to stick to the back of these front 2. 7 laps and 9 laps on these tyres. Is Croskery going to have enough in his to be able to attack these guys for a win? Coming through the Lesmos, Night Owl chasing Craggy. The gap is 4.5 tenths. As TJ retires from the session, looks like that's in the second chicane. But Night Owl now looking to make a move. Is he going to be close enough? Not quite, and he has to pull out at the last second. It means one more attempt can be made coming in towards the final corner. I think Croskery's out of it. He's too far back. But Night Owl going to attack Craggy through the final corner. He's not got enough ERS or DRS. There you go. Overtake through the final corner. Craggy is going to hold off to take the win. And he does. Night Owl takes P2. Croskery takes P3 and rounds off the podium. Bidley having a very strong race, ending up in P4. That's a really good result for the Ferrari driver. And meanwhile, Croskery's teammate for the evening starts his lap 13 of 27. Right, so there you have it. There is your weekend results. Let's hop through the feature race top 10 very quickly. We've got Craggy, Night Owl, Croskery, Bidley, Dynamo Dan taking a very decent P5. Janu Vane drops down to P6 unfortunately after that 3-second time pen. Then Douche, more leader, Monkey Boy with 6 seconds. Still stays in the top 10. Silverside Boy also is 6 in the top 10. Shaggy P11. TJ DNFing there near the end. Locker also follows suit. But your results for the weekend. Craggy comes out on top with 25 and 1 in the sprint race as Night Owl takes P2 on 23. And commiserations to Cruiser, who's got the wooden spoon. Not ideal. But yeah, it's been an event. So thank you all for joining us tonight, and we will be back on Wednesday night with the latest instalment of our social pre-season. For tonight, I have been your host, David Lolface, and check us out soon. Good night.